too. So I'm asking you, what does this imply, the situation in Rivers, between, the governor of Rivers State now and the Rivers State House of Rep members? Today, Fubara said he is now 001, meaning that he's a leader of the APC in Rivers State. He acknowledged it. He was happy. He seemed exuberant with it. Antonio Kocha, the APC spokesperson or APC leader in Rivers, says that he would serve Fubara as long as possible, committing total loyalty to Fubara. So there are talks that the president intends to use Fubara now and possibly put aside Nyesom Wike by making Fubara the one in charge of APC in Rivers. What do you think is going to happen with this?
I do not think that projection is correct. I do not think that Mr. President will want to dispense with Nyesom Wike, knowing fully well the kind of personality Nyesom Wike is, and only the two of them know the covenant between the two of them that is not known to most Nigerians. So if anybody is trying to conjecture that Mr. President would place Sim Fubara above over and above Nyesom Wike, I do not think such conjecture will work, because if Mr. President even thinks that way, then he will by himself dismantle the structure that they have laid in Rivers. Wike is a man who hardly takes a second fiddle. When you say that power intoxicates, his own is not just intoxication. His own gets very deep into him, and he doesn't like a bull in a china shop. He will not tolerate anybody trying to challenge his authority. Meanwhile, the goings on in Rivers and the past and the present have shown clearly Wike is in charge in Rivers politics, at least as of today. And his political godson, Sim Fubara, has not grown enough wings to outwit Wike. Wike is in PDP, but his soul is in an APC. Everything around him is in APC. But he's only in PDP to spoil the party, and that's all, which he has succeeded in doing. He has reduced PDP and his cronies, aided by the party at the center, the APC, using all the paraphernalia and instruments of coercion available to government at the center. They have reduced PDP to its knees. PDP has become a mere shadow of itself. So he will be there to conclude the decimation of PDP. Now PDP has moved from ICU to is about to go to the mortuary. What is they are waiting for is to bury the party at the end of the day, and then to ensure that it does not produce a visible opposition to Mr. President in 2027. That has been the game, and they will continue to play that game till the end of the day. So I do not think that he has not lost any control of Rivers politics. He has not. Don't forget that members of the House of Assembly that have moved to APC, initially they moved. When they saw that the move was wrong, they jumped back. You know, when there is no modicum of integrity among politicians, both old and new, both young and old, and that's what you'll be seeing. People that speak from both sides of their mouth, what they say in the morning is different from what they tell you in the afternoon. Today, they have now open-chestedly, if there's any phrase like that, moved into APC. Now, just to go and hold forth for Mr. Wike, and Mr. Sim Fubara has been prohibited into moving to APC as well. Otherwise, there are many other political parties that he would have moved into. When he conducted the local government election, then he used another political party that was not the APC. He used, I think, was AAC, and with the elephant logo, and they cleared all the victories in the local government election, all the councillorship seats and the chairmanship seat. Meanwhile, it is that same election that has been nullified using the court as high as the Supreme Court that now allowed the erstwhile sole administrator, a bucket Bas, to conduct another local election that is subsisting as of today, which of course everybody knew and knows that these men are and women are 100% Nyesom Wike's people. So where lies facing Fubara's power, political power in Rivers State? I mean, he has been given the seat that they want to give him, and that is the seat of the political godson of Mr. Nyesom Wike. So if anybody is beginning to bring the conspiracy theory that Mr. President wants to replace Wike with Sim Fubara, and I do not see that happening, and I think that is almost impossible.
Very interesting that you said that, Barrister Fred. But the House of Rep members are alleging that there is a list of nominations that Fubara is meant to ascend to. And that Fubara is meant to bring his own persons, and possibly they bring their own persons, and that Fubara is delaying in that. The FCT minister, normally when things happen like this, would converge a press conference and begin to detail stuff. But it seems that maybe now he and Fubara has reconciled. There's a possibility there's no need for it. While Fubara was speaking today, they kept referencing the political leader of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike. It's almost like no decision can be made without Wike's input. So are we seeing what Lagos is like now in Rivers? Are we seeing Nyesom Wike playing the role of a Bola Tinubu in handling affairs, even if he's no longer the one who is in charge of government, but he's the one that is overseeing stuff that nothing can be done without his approval? That is, he's still in charge of the government by proxy.
The situation in Rivers will even be worse than that of Lagos, because Bola Tinubu is a more can I say, a more benevolent person than Nyesom Wike. Bola Tinubu is a more strategic person than Nyesom Wike. Nyesom Wike he approaches politics with brutality and a lot of rough fight. Unlike Tinubu, who has his own way of doing things in a manner that you could see his actions without hearing his voice. But in Wike's own case, you will not only see his actions, you will hear his voice. And you could even guess that, no, this is not the handwriting, this is not the handwork of Bola Tinubu. But anyone that Wike is involved in, you cannot guess whether it's Wike or not. Because he wants you to see that he is the one doing it. He wants to ride roughshod on anybody who is in opposition. He wants to impress anybody that he is in charge, and he wants to express himself in a manner that whether you like it or not, you must accept his own dictates. So what will happen in Rivers will be worse than what is going on in Lagos. Lagos is clinical. Clinical in the sense that, yes, you will know that Bola Tinubu is calling the shots, but he does that in a way that his followers and disciples will continue to adore him and work for him, even in his absence, speak well of him, defend his interests, defend his policies and programs, because he tries to a reasonable extent to balance things up. When it is time for Christians to come, he'll bring Christians. When it is time for Muslims to come, he'll bring Muslims. When it is time for people on the North Central, or Lagos Central, Lagos West, or Lagos East, he juggles it. So in a manner of speaking, he is the king on the chessboard of Lagos politics. But Nyesom Wike is his approach is slightly different from that of Bola Tinubu, and that is why he may not enjoy the kind of submissive support that Tinubu enjoyed in Lagos, and the kind of disciplinary support by his followers. They could be following him out of fear,
okay,
they could be following out of fear or trepidation or out of consequences of not following him. But people who follow Tinubu in Lagos follow him out of love, because he shows them the way. He points the direction. That is why they keep defending him, even when he does wrong. They don't as if they don't see his wrongdoing. They will, if they see it, they will explain it out that after all, he's a human being, that he's bound to make mistakes. But disciples of Nyesom Wike are not natural disciples. They are not organic. They are coerced. That is the difference. But disciples of Bola Tinubu in Lagos are organic. They are natural. They follow him because over time he remembers them and he respects their feelings and their interests in most cases. He consults very widely, unlike Wike, who finds it difficult to consult because in a matter of speaking, he will want you to know that he is in charge. That bragado, that feeling of, that emperoric feeling, is what makes Wike different from Tinubu. So I think that in a bid to assert his authority, then there will be a lot of backlash in Rivers State. So don't think that there's peace now. The peace they are enjoying today is what can be described by you journalists as the peace of the graveyard. By the time the spirits wake up in the graveyard, it will be like masquerade chasing around the women and children on the streets.